This topic is about the break-even point. What is the break-even point and how to calculate the break-even point? So the answer to the break-even point, you will come up with the number of units that you will have to sell in order for your total revenues to just nicely cover your total cost. So there is no loss and there is no profit when you reach your break-even point. Now, the break-even point is the number of units that you have to sell to incur neither loss nor profit. So the break-even point, the answer is in the number of units. How many units you have to sell, or how many person you have to attract to buy your product per day or per month. I would suggest that in entrepreneurship, you will target your break-even point per day. So when we take a look at the calculation right there, you need to know what is the price per unit. Price per unit. Yeah. And then for the variable cost is per unit. The variable cost is per unit. You might consider the variable cost as the cost of goods sold, or COGS. COGS, cost of goods sold per unit. The fixed cost usually comes in a lump sum of per month. Fixed cost, okay, like your rent, for example. Whether your business is running or not running, you still have to pay the rent, right? So the fixed cost is per month. Price is per unit, variable cost is per unit, fixed cost is per month. So how do you calculate it? So this is an example of a case. So if the selling price is 20,000 per unit, the variable cost or the COGS is 8,000 per unit. This is in rupiah, of course. And then the fixed cost is 3 million rupiah per month. So what is the break-even point? Per month. Why is it per month? Because the fixed cost is per month. And then, of course, you want to divide by 30 or 31 or maybe 28, 29 days, depending on the month. And then you will get the break-even point per day. This is an example. Okay, so in the month, right here, because 3 million is the fixed cost per month, then your break-even point is 250 units, or in this case, the cups. They call it by cups or glass, yeah, per month. But then, as a business person, you always want to calculate it per day. Okay, so you divide by 31 days, or you divide by 30 days, or you divide by 28 days, or you divide by 29 days, depending on the month. Now, the next one is, what if you are selling, of course, most of the businesses are selling more than one type of product. Now, let's say in this example, you have the Thai tea and then you have the hot choco. Okay. Now, what is bauran penjualan is kind of like once your business has run, then you kind of know which one is your better seller, okay, than the other product. Okay, which one is selling better or more than the other product. So in this case, the hot choco is selling more, better, than the Thai tea. So what is the composition? The bauran penjualan is 1:3, right there. Hot choco compared to Thai tea is, 3:1, right? If you want to call it in the ratio way, 3:1, hot choco to Thai tea. The percentage-wise is 75% for hot choco and 25% for Thai tea. So how do you calculate the break-even point in such a case? Is that you calculate the 25%, multiply by the 12,000, the contribution margin, So the selling price minus the variable cost is equal to the contribution margin. Let me repeat. selling price per unit minus the variable cost per unit, or COGS per unit, is equal to the contribution margin. Okay. Now, so 25% multiplied by the 12,000 rupiah. So the contribution margin mix for Thai tea is 3,000. Now, how about hot choco? 75% multiplied by 15,000. So you get 11,250. Now, this is the contribution margin mix right there. Yeah, so you have to add those two up. You have to add those two up to get 14,250 rupiah. That is a contribution margin mix, yeah, of both the Thai tea and the hot choco. Well, next is that you will want to find out what is the break-even point from the contribution margin mix is 211 units. Yeah, how do you calculate it? Is the fixed cost 3 million per month divided by the contribution margin mix, which is 14,250. Okay, this is how you get it right there. Yeah, if you keep track. Yeah, and then you get 211 units. You do not stop there. You still have to further calculate for Thai tea, okay, how much you have to sell per month is by multiplying 211 times 25%, which is 53 cups per month. How about hot choco, okay, that you have to sell per month? 211 units or cups multiplied by 75% is 158 units or cups per month. Again, as I would suggest, you count it per day. So you divide, may divide the Thai tea by the number of days in the month, and you divide the hot choco by the number of days in a month. Yeah, this number. Yeah, you divide by the number of days in a month. This number you divide by the number of days in a month. Now we will take a look at the real life situation. This is a construction store, yeah, toko bangunan, okay, where Ronnie is opening this business with his brother. And so this is the contribution margin mix that he came up with. If you take a look, of course, the product that he put right there, that he named individually right there, those are his best sellers, okay? And this one here, of course, is a toko bangunan. It's a construction store, so line meaning others, yeah. So it comes in the composition of 43%. Yeah, he can't name all of them, but it's all right. Yeah, so he just come up with this, right? Some of the best sellers, yeah. He's composing 57%, yeah, of his sales. Now, if you take a look at the contribution margin mix right there, then he got this number. Yeah, 129,333.33, which he put right there in the contribution margin mix at the denominator. Now, and then his fixed cost is, of course, per month is 2,445,000. Yeah, this is the fixed cost. This is the contribution margin. This is the fixed cost, and this is the contribution margin. Okay, so he got the item by rounding off is 19 items that he has to sell per month. Of course, he doesn't stop there. He keeps going to calculate according to the items, okay, and then he multiplied 19 right there, 19, yeah, 19 the BEP, okay, multiplied by the weight, yeah, which is the bobot, yeah, the bauran, okay, 20%. So he got 4 for F21, this particular product. Now for the shell, it's 3. For the chat is paint, okay, it's 3 units that he has to sell per month. Sanitary is 1 and others 8. Okay, so all these are the items, number of items that he has to sell per month, yeah, as his break-even point, yeah, or break-even units for his business not to make a loss, yeah. And of course, he's also not making profit, yeah, because break-even is the calculation is the number of units that you sell to nicely just the total revenue, nicely cover the total cost. All right, so that is the end of my explanation. I hope this clarifies the definition of break-even point and further clarify the calculations for your business. Yeah, so hopefully with this concept that you understand, you are able to target the number of sales that you have to sell per day and communicate this number, yeah, to your employees, to your team, so they are very motivated to have the number of items in their head, and they keep offering the products, motivatingly out there, yeah, and trying to reach the target. Because if not, if the business is not doing well and closes, then they will lose their jobs too, right? But of course, we keep a positive mind, saying that if you can sell more than that, yeah, more than these items, let's say, yeah, in a month, okay, and of course in a day, yeah, depend after you have divided by the number of days in the month, then they can get a bonus, yeah, if they can sell beyond or above the break-even point. And depends also when you divide by the number of days in a month. It depends on how many working days you would like to apply to your business. I hope this session is or video is helpful for you, and just keep strong and keep being motivated to do your business. See you in the next session.